Baharata.
Gopal, please. You must be calming yourself.
Are you really hoping the same thing I am hoping?
Oh, do I advance that?
Oh yeah, you
Oh,
advance.
Tanaya, my most beautiful darling.
I was expecting the little arrow. Like the advance arrow.
Oh,
or
well,
something.
that's for like if they're going to continue talking.
Oh, brave traveler G, I am so sorry for all the fuss. I am but a humble seller of black pepper.
Oh hey, that's what we're looking for.
Perfect. Exactly what we need. See, like I was expecting that little arrow.
Yeah.
Please.
Again, if it's going to
listen
change
to
boxes.
my tale of awful woe. My most beautiful putti, my granddaughter, Tanaya, light of my life, is having been kidnapped by despicable scoundrels.
Well, lucky for you, beating people up that have done bad things is kind of what we do.
The young Sahib you see here beside me is her betrothed, Gopal. They were planned to have been being joined together in matrimony and taking over from me my shop. You seem to be very strong and tough. Please, you must rescue my Tanaya Jan.
Well, I have murdered a lot of monsters.
Whoa, no, Uncle. I must be the one who saves her myself.
Why? Like, accept help at least?
Besides, we
man
cannot put our
stuff.
troubles upon this unknown traveler.
I know, I could be the kidnappers. I'm not, but I could be.
Yeah, I mean, on one hand, yeah, you don't actually have any idea who I am. But on the other hand, you're worried about troubling us with your problems. Like, you're concerned for us. Lives are at stake, my friend. Don't just go like, well, we didn't want to bother anybody asking for help, so like 10 people died instead.
Please, to be waiting here. Tanaya, darling, I am coming to save you.
Gopal,
I don't know about this Gopal guy. I think
He's a hothead young man.
if Gopal is being captured also, then whatever am I to do?
I think he's short a couple brain cells, personally. So, Baharata. This is where I remember this from. History of the entire world.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like, you remember
Yeah,
that?
the video.
Somewhere in there, I think he's probably talking about, like, India or something. But it's something that he says that, like, he doesn't get right. He has a hard time saying it. So he says it like 4 times, and then the last time he has to like slowly go like spell it out and go like Baharata. It wasn't Baharata that he said, but that's what it reminds me of. Okay, well, we got a new town and like lives are at stake, but let's take a look around town first.
There is a thing that has come up from like Dawn Trail.
I didn't want to leave. Oh, I just
Oh,
saw
you
them.
just ran into a monster. Where
Cool. I think I was running too, so I'm kind of glad that worked out.
to where we've kind of figured out that a lot of like what we say is actually like at most 3 to 4 syllables.
Mm-hmm.
Like 4 syllables is a fucking stretch in a lot of for a lot of stuff we speak.
Mm-hmm.
It's also something interesting I found out the other day. Is the Ganges River? Is the Ganges? Is that the one? That's the sacred river, right? The Ganges.
I don't know nothing.
No, go back to the river.
I'm just a dumb guy.
You can actually interact with the river.
Oh. Yeah, no. That feels sacrilegious.
I mean, nothing bad happens, but it's also the fact that the Ganges is like their sacred river for a lot of stuff, so people bathe in it, but they also release corpses into it. And I'm kind of like, maybe we shouldn't do that. I get the sacredness, but that's a dead body with a lot of diseases probably stuck to it. Let's not do that.
I saw this person from a distance, and I was like, "Is that the friggin' guy from? Is that the friggin' guy from Dragon Quest IV?"
Maybe they reused the models. Yeah, we used like a
Pizarro. Pizarro.
Pizarro?
Yeah, for whatever reason, my brain could not find the name.
The Monster Wrangler Pizarro?
I was like, just saw it from a distance. I'm like, is that friggin' Pizarro? Actually, I think it's an old lady.
It is an old lady.
So terribly wicked.
But, like, we only use, like, 3 syllable... Like, most of our words go to 3 to 4 syllables. We really do not go that far. Like, I think the longest thing that I can at least know of is, like, anti-disestablishmentarianism. And that's, like, several syllables. But you can kind of tell where, like, you have trouble saying that enough. And a lot of languages actually use, like, a lot more syllables than we use for a lot of their words and everything. So we have the trouble of, like, metering it out properly the way we talk. Also, the interesting fact is apparently a lot more languages, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people probably said something in the comments when I talked about the rolling of the R's. You know, the stuff. And, like, apparently it's supposed to be, like, genetic or something, which, honestly, I'd never even bought anyway. That sounds like the stupidest thing ever. I think they're trying to sell you on something. But, apparently, a lot of languages outside of, like, English and some other languages really roll their R's a lot. In a lot of things. And it's, like, surprising.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't do it.
Yeah, because apparently English just really has a weak roll, just has a weak R in comparison to a lot of like other languages that just roll that shit.
Yeah, no, I can't do it. I can roll once, but I can't like.
You can't go.
No, I can't.
Rolling.
No, I can't do it.
You can't keep rolling.
Nope. Okay, I think that's everything outside. So let's see what we got.
Can't keep rolling.
Okay, let's just save. I should probably save. You're the oldest one. Yeah, like I can roll my R once. If I have to be like, it's brown, I can do that.
You can't do it's like, it's brown.
Cannot do that, though.
You almost quit the game.
Yeah, I stopped and went like, okay, what am I choosing?
Hold on, he's talking to me about rolling R's, and I think I'm trying to quit the game.
Okay, item shop, weapon shop, right next to each other, nice and easy.
Pepper shop.
Pepper shop.
That's closed because his granddaughter's been kidnapped, and the betrothed has run off to do stupid stuff. God, I hope they did the Indian accent as well as they could, because this is definitely one of those, like, don't screw up on this accent, please, for the love of God.
How do you get over there?
He hops over. He's actually sprightly for an 80-year-old.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
There's that bag hanging on the wall.
Oh, was there?
Yeah, you wouldn't buy it. I mean, there's stuff up here, too, to rob the old man of, but...
They're over there.
Yeah. It's like right next to the herbs.
I swear I walked over there and I didn't see anything pop up. It's either just missed it or wasn't in front of it long enough.
I like how the Wayfarer clothes has become more and more apparent that they're the clothes that you wear by default.
Well, seems like that's it for here. Except I can go outside, because he's got a backyard.
And I can go talk to this guy that's suspiciously back here in their backyard for whatever
Why are you
reason.
in this guy's backyard?
I'm gonna tell you right now,
Really feeling like people want me to buy that.
if you ever get your hands on one and you get a mage in your party, probably stick with them, because I've had a spellcaster in my party that has had that equipped since, I think I picked up one before here, and I've had them equipped with it into endgame stuff. Because it's just the best thing for them. Mostly attack-wise. Like, there's not really a lot, like, different for stats off of certain stabs and everything, but it's, like, kind of ridiculous how long that thing literally lasts for a spellcasting class. Oh, sorry. You don't want to go in a cave beyond them bridges near town. It's a den of handsome, yet bloodthirsty kidnappers. Eh? How do I know? I just do, alright? Now, if you know what's good for you, you'll steer clear.
Thank you.
I have no idea why those handsome yet bloodthirsty thieves, who are also handsome, are in there.
Okay, what's left? This, and then
I think
checking out the inn, and then shopping, I think.
Yeah. I think the inn was like the only place you hadn't gone into.
I don't necessarily expect anything down there. It's usually very much pre-designated locations that I expect to find something. But you never know. I was starting to think that door was closed for a second. Like, am I just seeing things? I can't get in this room. Said that beyond the mountains northeast of here is standing All Trades Abbey, a place where vocations may be freely changed. There we go.
We finally have a clue. It's the All Trades Abbey.
The mountains northeast. Okay.
Which, if you know anything, was the guy just basically said if you go north of the bridge. Try zoom in, X.
I can't.
Oh, you're in town, so it's not going to show you the world map properly.
I just want to look at the map. A slightly zoomed map.
So
okay, yeah, we can cross down there.
Yep. So if we cross, it's north into the mountains, so...
Yeah, it
looks
doesn't...
to be a spot right there.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the mountains are actually preventing me from getting anywhere.
Well,
unless it's like friggin' up here or something.
Well, yeah, that's a whole different thing. But, yeah, there is a...
So it looks like, technically, I have access to it right now.
Yep. Yep, you can go up there at any moment, at any time, at any place, at any face. Any face. Your face.
Face. My face.
Give me your face.
Okay, let's see what we got. Do some shopping.
I feel like they might sell you, like, a somatic staff. There is so much left over, like, they have to keep it in.
Oh, yeah,
oh boy, that staff is a lot. Here's something that's so funny about the name. Like, you think sizable scissors. There's no way those things are that ridiculous. They're literally just a huge pair of scissors you put on your forearms and you just like ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk with in battle. They have so many pictures of like the warrior ladies using it, and it's like, no. It literally just can't be like that, can it?
And that is an improvement for Dorothy.
Yeah.
Don't have the money for it, but...
You know, when you really think about it, the fact that they still gave Luke the last name of Skywalker is one of those, like, why didn't you just call him Luke Lars after you guys? Like, he's named Skywalker after Anakin Skywalker.
Mm-hmm.
Let Obi-Wan tell him his last name's actually Skywalker.
I got an agility ring. So before we go on our forward-thinking adventure, I want to walk back up the right-hand side of this and see what's... Give me that. I think that's pretty much everything. I didn't see anything else over that way. I peeked around that. Yeah, because we gotta go around the left side to go down the bridge. So we got that whole hot mess over there to explore and look around at, and then our goal is right there. I do also want to go to All Trades Abbey, which is either going to be here or up here. But I feel like we'll have a last huzzah and go up here first.
Oh, do you want to do the Kidnapper's Cave first?
Yeah.
I mean, you can do the Old Trades Abbey now if you want. Nothing will stop you.
Yeah, I know nothing will stop me, but let's just have a last huzzah. No, I want to go to the rock. I'd also like to take a moment to look at, like, what level they get what abilities at. Because I'm not going to take them all the way up to get every ability, but if there's something, like, in the next level or two, then maybe I want to wait and get that. Like, it's not the enemy is defeated, because that feels like it's singular. The enemy was defeated? Oh, that's just a rock.
Shiny. Shiny. Damn it. 70 Hell Ninos? Oh, hell no. Hell Nino? No.
Oh, that being dead. Crap! Someone kill it!
Why are you all missing? Just a bee.
It's a bee! Kill it!
It's not even bee size, so nobody can make the argument about it's small. We can't hit it. It's about you size. No, I'm afraid not.
I'm afraid not. Don't let me forget, we need to go back to Desert Town. Because there is a locked door that I did not open.
A sham or ibis?
Don't remember. I think a sham.
Okay. I'm surprised you didn't go all the way down to the tip of that thing that actually has something.
Oh, there is?
Yeah.
I thought I saw. You killed two of us. We have replaced them with dogs. Get wrecked. Oh, the very peak.
Yeah, the very, very bottom of that.
Okay, I'll get back to that. Because I thought I saw something up here. Maybe I didn't.
What did... Nobody wrote down the jokes that the Godabouts make? That feels like a missed opportunity here.
Yeah, really. What kind of fandom are you?
Very small. Took until now for basically the entirety of this whole game to actually mean, this whole series to actually mean something. There are still people, to this day, that the day the hero in Banjo-Kazooie were revealed for Smash, that so many people go like, oh yeah, Banjo-Kazooie was the bigger kid. When you have the fucking hero over here, the one that basically represents the beginning of all JRPGs, versus Banjo-Kazooie, a mascot for great platforming games, and I'm still excited for both of them, but my god, people, recognize game or stop talking about it.
Yeah, like, big as this is in Japan, unfortunately, has never been as big over here.
It didn't help that the,
I feel like we're starting to recognize it, though.
it's starting to get there. It's just that it also has to deal with, like, Final Fantasy being the bigger one, and everyone's like... You occasionally run into this problem where... And I think it kind of happens with you as well. I can see that, where it's like, you like Metroid, but you also mostly more like Super Metroid than like the entirety of Metroid. Where it's like the same thing for a lot of people when like they say Final Fantasy, they kind of mean Final Fantasy VII. Because that's like the only Final Fantasy game they played.
Yeah, and like, I do enjoy the other Metroid games for sure.
Yeah.
But like...
I'm not...
There's just a vibe that Super has.
Yeah.
That's like, that's what I'm really in this for. And even the other Metroid games haven't attempted to...
I mean, Dread's the
replicate
closest.
that. Yeah, Dread's probably the closest.
And I mean... And I'm not going to get in an argument about, like, well, somebody has to like the entire series. You don't have to like the entire series.
Prime 1 was pretty close.
Prime 1 is great.
Prime 1 did a real good job, I think.
But I'm also like, if you're
Except
gonna...
those friggin' Chozo ghosts.
Yeah, I hate those suckers. But I always hate the fact that somebody goes like, I'm a Final Fantasy fan, even though they've only played 7. Which is fair, you're still a Final Fantasy fan, but it's also weird that you're like... Ooh, there's a bag on that tree there. I know there's a monster here, I think it only shows up during, like, the evening or something. It's annoying. It's like, if you're a fan of Final Fantasy VII, you're a fan of Final Fantasy, but you don't necessarily get the rest of the series. You can be a fan of the series, but be a fan of one game. That's perfectly fine and acceptable. But don't argue that, like, Dragon Quest doesn't mean anything just because Banjo-Kazooie means more to everyone over here. It's like, Banjo-Kazooie is a mascot for the West. Dragon Quest is the mascot for an entire genre.
And I do feel like, if you say, I'm a fan of the Final Fantasy series, and you have only played one game, maybe you're a fan of the Final Fantasy series, but you need more experience with it to make that call. Like, one game, you don't know if you're a fan of the rest or not.
Yeah.
Go play those, then you can make a judgment on whether or not you're a fan of the Final Fantasy series.
I pretty much have experience with all the Final Fantasy games at this point, and it's kind of like, yeah, I just kind of like them all. Just all have their own different vibe and everything.
Like, I want to be a fan of the Final Fantasy series, but I feel like after, like, that guy's new. A lump mage. Yeah, he looks like a lump mage.
Lump.
I feel like after, like, 9, so, like, kind of 10 on, they just kind of went in a different direction. And I just haven't been as fond of the newer direction.
Especially that 11 and 14.
Oh man, fudge those games.
Really.
Don't look at how many hours I've spent at those.
Don't look how many hours I spent on them.
Okay, we're still good on MP, so I don't feel like I need to, like, keep hitting the wrong button.
I don't know, there's a certain point where you just, like, you just don't talk to fans anymore because you just don't know what kind of fan. It's like, oh, am I talking to a fan who actually enjoys the content, or am I talking to a fan who, like, I'm just half tempted to just, like, stand up and just slap you across the face until the conversation's done?
It always reminded me playing 11 and hearing people, like, yelling, arguing in,
shout
chat about, like, the new update notice or whatever, and how inconvenienced and horrible everything is, and how, like, they just break everything, and Square Enix can't do anything right. And I'm like, stop playing the game if you hate the game so much. Dude, come on.
It's
All happy.
It's what-
Like, if you hate this game and you only ever say bad crap about it, do something else with your time that you enjoy more.
That's always hard because it is one of those, like, you genuinely want something you like to work out in a certain way, but it's also like, if it's just not working out, move on. I hate to say it like that, but you just need to move on when something just falls out of favor with you. Also, I've been meaning to show you this. This is the concept art for the Gadabouts from Dragon Quest III on the NES.
That's just a lady.
They're kind of bad, aren't they?
I mean, okay, a clown I get, sure, but that's just a lady.
I think she's supposed to be like a party. This is the 80s, so
Yeah.
it's like a party dress or
Little party.
something.
It's like that's
then you
that's
got the-
not even a thing.
And
That's
that's
just
like Toriyama's concept for the thing. For
yeah.
the,
The initial one's like, okay, this is our idea for the Gadabouts. You mean this? Perfect. Go with that.
It does make you wonder how much freedom he had to actually like draw some of the stuff for here.
I feel like that was a little bit more like Wild Westy in game design, where they're like, yeah, we told Toriyama to make this, and he gave us this, so like whatever, let's just go with that.
I mean, he is the guy who famously took the sketch from Yuji Horii, who was like, this is my idea for the slime, and it's just a mud puddle of a slime. And he
Very traditional.
yeah, very traditional D&D slime kind of thing. And just went like,
Oh, fun.
and just, here's mine. And they went like, that's a mascot for a series right there.
Oh, thanks, I hate it.
There's also a monster in here, and you'll never know where he is. 'Cause I ain't telling you, schnonk.
Oh, he's right there in front.
I like the bottles strewn about, because they imply that they've just been drinking around here.
Ow.
I mean,
Ow.
arguably not as bad.
Yeah, and it's not that bad, really. Dorothy was just kind of low already.
I also love how the cats hiss at you, that meow hiss at you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like they're casting noises and meowing.
Yeah. You know what? Honest to God, one of the worst things is when you have a new cat is that eventually you always have to worry, this cat is going to get under my foot at one point, and I'm going to be devastated when I step on their paws, and they have to learn real quick to not be under my feet. And it's just this, like, I don't want this to happen, but I know it's going to happen. And then it unfortunately happens, and you're just kind of like,
These friggin' cats have way too much health to be able to call for backup.
Also, has Muffin ever smacked her head into the wall?
Oh, like constantly.
Okay, I've seen so many cat videos where a cat just goes like, just smacks their head into the wall because they're trying to walk around it. And I was like, oh, Gemma, never do that. And then she did it like last night, and I'm like, oh, baby girl, come on, you were so close.
Yeah, she's like gotten excited before and just running around the house real quick and then just goes, BAM! Oh my goodness, are you okay?
Mine does the thing where she like sneaks her behind the couch because she knows I'm about to get her food, or I'm going out to the kitchen to get her food and everything, and she'll follow me and she'll go behind the couch, and she has to like take the corner, but she's on a wooden floor, so she can't take it just as well, so she kind of slips and slides, and you see she has to try to right herself and everything, and I'm this close to wondering, like, is she gonna spin out one time and just like slam into the wall? Because she just gets so excited and it goes so fast, and she goes
That was kind of an unpleasant fight.
I kept calling for backup. There's so many
Those
more
friggin' cats.
There's so many more enemies in here that call for backup than I knew that called for backup originally.
Cool down. A fight. The hoodlums!
They look like that old Robin Hood guy we had a word with.
I love these guys. I mean, I'm gonna like them less once they start like beating the crap out of us.
like that.
Yeah.
Like a
80,
desperate
80
hit you
damage,
just did.
that was rough.
Yeah, that was just the desperate attack you did, which is their version of the crit. Kind of like that.
Yeah. That fight went way better than the cat fight.
Well, there's only 3 guys, and none of them called backup.
That's a red door. I can go in that door.
This is
Oh
that
my
fight
goodness.
again. You do remember Dorothy has like an throw rocks at everyone.
Yeah, you know, let's get on that and then just focus on the freaking cats.
Also, not Dorothy. Before you hit this, confirm. May has an ability that hits flying enemies for more damage.
That's also true.
The flying knee.
Flying knee, just friggin' wreck them.
Also, wind sickle counts as wind damage. So if you come across enemies that are weak to wind, you can use that.
Oh no, I've been fuddled.
You've been befuddled.
Okay, you just attack, you do that again, you kill the friggin' cat. Even though you're confused, just try your best. Thanks, Zara. Hey! Rude. I keep forgetting they actually have abilities that are useful because I'm so used to them. Just like them being on auto fight, where I don't worry about it.